Hello there, it's Lisa with you. Thank you for visiting me today. I am going to be making a scrapbooking page using some various bits and pieces from the June Lollipop Box Club kit. I've got some exclusive printables, some stickers, I've got some post-its, washi tape and some of the pattern paper and a few other bits and pieces I might take out and use as well. I've already started with a piece of white 12 by 12 cardstock. I've taken the piece of spotty paper from the kit and I've already printed off some photographs as well. I like to print off my own photographs as I like to resize them. I don't like the standard sizes that you generally get when you have them printed online. Quite often these days I tend to print a multi-page layout, so with lots of photos, so this really suits me well. So I've got 5 here that I'm going to incorporate on this page and I'm going to get started now. So let's remove all this for the time being. I am going to add some of the tissue paper. Each kit comes tissue lined with a couple of layers of different coloured paper. So I am going to start by adding some of the tissue paper to the back of the spotty paper here. So let's just stick this down with some double-sided sticky tape, and that's going to go like that. It's not measured, it's not perfect, it's just a rough border around the edge. I'm going to be crumpling it up anyway, so it doesn't matter if it's not perfect. If anything, that will kind of add to it. It's just a way of adding a little bit of colour and some extra texture to the page. Let's pop that out the way. Now, before I stick this down, I also want to add some paint to my page. I want to add a green border. I do want to use this as part of my title, so I need to make sure that I can fit this in. So that needs to be about here. So what I tend to do when I need to make sure that something's fitted in, I just realised I have got a candle burning on my other desk and it's quite hot on the top of my pencil topper. That probably wasn't the best idea. So let's mark this off. I'm going to have the paint coming out on the side just slightly, so that way I know I've given myself a rough idea of where I want the paint to go. So let's move this out the way now and let's get some paint on this page. I'm using Kaiser colour. I really like these paints. They're brilliant for scrapbooking. They're not overly expensive, and using a credit card, I'm just going to spread this across. It's absolutely pointless adding it into the centre of the page as the paper is going to be stuck there. So one, it's just a waste of paint, and two, it's just something that you've just got to wait to dry then as well. So the least amount of paint the better in my eyes. Let's do that again. I don't want it neat and tidy. I want it rough and very informal looking. So that's already not that wet, if you see what I mean. Okay, so that can go there, and I'll add a little bit more there. Whoops, a daisy. It's the only thing with this paint. It's the tubes are really full and it does run out quite a lot. Okay, let's try that again. Perfect. I am going to go and dry this off so that I can move on to the next stage, as I can never wait for things to dry. I get too excited and just want to carry on when I've got an idea. I'll see you in a second. My page is now dry. I've dried it off using a heat gun, so it's not completely dry, but it will do. It's now time to stick down the next piece, the piece of the pattern paper with the tissue paper on. Right, I want to allow plenty of space for my photograph, so that will go like that. Let's screw these edges up a little bit. We don't want them to be perfect. And I'm going to add some gesso over the top in a second as well. Let's make those messy a little bit. That would do. Now let's get some gesso out. I should have had that prepared. And I'm also going to be using a mask in a second. Let's just spread that around the outside a little bit, not too much. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to use, so that was gesso that went on. I've got this mask here which I really like. It's got like a fern stencil effect. I'm going to use some modelling paste here. Let's see if I can get this out first time. Oops, that was quite a lot. And I am going to use this on here. I love modelling paste. It's just a really nice thick texture. See? Do another one there. It does take a little while to dry, but it's worth it. Okay, I think this will fit really well in with my theme. I'm doing a page about Animal Kingdom, so I kind of want the greenery and I want the natural kind of outdoorsy look. As I never clean my masks, I love the fact that I always get that extra pop of colour that comes through. It's unexpected, unplanned, and that's the kind of thing I like. Let's add a bit more up there. Okay, should we have one down the bottom like that? Or should we keep it that way? Let's add another one there. Oops, that's got stuck. Oh, I quite like that effect. I should call my scrapbooking accidental scrapbooking, really. It's rarely planned. Right, so that's my page like that. That's my fern, my mask. I have very messy hands and a very wet page, so I'm going to clean up and dry up. My layout is now more or less dry. I really like the effect that the tissue paper has taken with the mask. I don't know if you can see that very well. It's just added a really nice additional texture. I'm really pleased with how that's come out. It's just a bit more leafy and ferny. So I have laid my photos in place of where I want them to go. I think I am going to use some sticky foam pads for the backs. Like I said, this is going to become part of my title. We basically, when we were at Disney last time, we had one night at the Animal Kingdom Lodge, and I haven't actually documented that. So I just took a few photos of our room, of the resort. So I thought it would be fun to add a page to the album. So let's stick those in. And then I'm also going to add a little bit of doodling, I think, and some journaling too. So I've just been going around the outside with this black Uniball pen. These ones are my favourite types of pen to use with scrapbooking. I just go around the outside. I've also decided just to highlight some of the bits of my stencil. I think that would be quite a nice way to help them stand out. It's such a pretty stencil. I really kind of want to show it off rather than it just blend into the background. My pen's got a bit full there. So again, nothing perfect, just a rough going around the outside here and there. Again, because I've used the moulding paste, it just stands out so well. Really does show off the stencils. I'm going to carry on doing this for a bit, I think. So I've gone around the edges roughly with the black pen. I'm really happy with how that stands out. Each of the kits in June comes with this cute little lovely animal sticky memo pad. Lots and lots of little post-it notes. So I'm going to use some of these, as these are the types of animals that we see in Animal Kingdom. I'm going to use those ones and the giraffes. We could actually see the giraffes from the balcony in our room actually, so these would be rather appropriate. Let's see how these go to start with. I am going to stick them underneath. I think they will look really cute there. These would work really well if you're doing a zoo visit or something like that, so you don't have to just use them on your planners. Should we add another one there? Let's have the elephant as well. There we go. So they are underneath my photograph. And I'm also going to add some of the washi tape. Each kit comes with a roll of skinny washi. The colours do vary. There are a few different ones, so it's not all of this colour. Let's pop that along the bottom. I like adding bits and pieces when I scrapbook. Oops, a daisy. So let's add that along the bottom. And another one as well. Just an extra bit of colour. I quite like how this page is coming along. That in the middle. Okay, I might add another one. I haven't decided yet. I'll see how that goes. Now for my journaling, in the kit there's these little tag stamps. There's 3 of them. I'm going to use these for my journaling. So let's start off with this one here. There's 3 of them. I've got an ink block and a black stamp pad, and let's see how this goes. Let's do it on a nice flat surface. Great. I thought these would be really good for my journaling. Give one of the other ones a go as well, and then I can decide which one I want to use. Let's do the rectangular one, and then I'm going to cut them out and add a little bit of journaling inside. Put that one sideways. I love using new stamps. They always feel nice and clean and fresh. Right, I'm going to cut those out and then I'm going to show you how I'm going to add them. I've been busy working on my journaling. I've cut out the stamped shapes here, and I just wanted to show you how I've cut them. So I've left off the little piece with the circle, so they look like almost a little journal block with an arrow. Then that way they can point towards the photo that I've journaled about. I'm going to stick these on with sticky pad. Let's make sure I get these right. So this has also then become my title, which is One Night at the Animal Kingdom. And then I'm going to add these to my journal blocks as well, my journal tags. The lobby, and so on. So my pieces of journaling are stuck in place. I'm now going to add the exclusive embellishment sheet, and I'm just still trying to decide. I think I'm going to go with the Go Wild. I'm going to cut these out. I am going to leave a little bit of a white border around the edge of each one. I think if I don't, the colours will just blend into that green background. So I kind of want the white just to help it stand out, just like I do when I print off my photographs. Having that white edge really makes a difference. You imagine, for example, if this didn't have the white edge, the colours would just blend in. So let's have that. Let's pop some sticky on the back, and we're going to pop that on the top there. Let's have that there. And then the circular ones, I use a normal circle punch and pop those on there. It's just such a quick and fun way to embellish your pages. And where should we put this one? I think this needs to go by Louis. fun. I'm going to add a few more of those around my page as well now. So I'm going to continue with this page now. I've got the embellishments stuck in place. I'm going to use some of the stickers. The kit comes with a little booklet with 8 pages of stickers inside. So I'm going to use some of these. I just want to add some few extra pops of colour. I'm going to use these as sticker corners. I think they're quite nice. And again, like I said, it's just to add a little bit of extra colour throughout the page. So I am going to stick a few of these in place. I've now finished my layout. It's come out quite colourful. I'm really pleased with this. So this is One Night in Animal Kingdom. I have painted the background, as you can see. I've used the paper from the kit. I've printed off little photographs. We've got the lobby, our balcony view, chilling in the lobby here, and our bedroom, and obviously the Animal Kingdom Lodge sign. I've used a mask with moulding paste, the embellishment sheet from the kit, a few stickers, these cute little post-its, and obviously the stamp as well. I'm really pleased with this. I think it goes really well. I love all the colour, and I think it's going to look fab in our Walt Disney World album. Thank you for joining me today. I will link up a few various bits and pieces underneath if you need, and just ask any questions if you have any. Thank you. Bye.